Hello, my friends. So I am a little nervous today because I have a very sticky topic to talk about with you. But I think it's important sometimes to talk about things that make us uncomfortable because I think communication is important. And I want to communicate with you today about how I'm feeling about some of these brands that are making these terrible decisions that I think are terrible, that I think are not in line with my values, and what position that puts me in as a YouTube reviewer when I want to choose to review a product. It makes things very sticky and tricky and difficult, and I want to talk to you about that. So if that sounds like something you want to be a part of in conversation, hang tight. Ready or not, we're getting into it right now. So as we do this, we are going to get ready to make it a little more visually interesting. You know, these getting ready with me while I talk to you about something important things are quite popular right now. I've never done one, so I figured this would be a perfect opportunity to do one. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with the Abnormal Beauty Company Deciem. This is the Ordinary's High Adherence Silicone Primer. You may have noticed, especially if you read YouTube comments, that there are a lot of people that are unhappy with many brands because of what the choices that they make. There's all kinds of reasons why people get mad at brands and brand owners. I need to decide how I'm going to handle all of this. I need to decide whether I am going to boycott, whether I am going to cancel these brands as a statement to the brands for telling them that I am not in agreement with what they're doing. I'm gonna stick with the primer for a minute. We've got Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion Anti-Aging. But in contrast to that, I also have a mission on this channel. And my mission on this channel is to give you the best, most accurate, most detailed makeup reviews so that you can make a decision about what you want to purchase, whether it is a high quality product, whether it has ingredients that you may have difficulty with, and price point and all of that. And what's starting to happen is that when I talk about a product, I'm getting a lot of comments from people, how can you talk about this brand because they have so-and-so history with whatever it is? How can you review this product when they have done this? And the number of brands that are being talked about in this way are increasing all the time. So next up we have the Too Faced Born This Way Absolute Perfection Foundation. And this is where I have a conflict with me as a person because I've always been an advocate, always, since I was like in the first grade. My teacher gave a friend of mine this stack of homework. He was out of school for a while due to illness, and I saw her hand him this stack of homework. And I said to her, that's not fair. How can you expect him to do all of that work? I was 6. So I've had various experiences like that throughout my life where I felt like it was important to stand up and say something when I saw something that was wrong. So as a makeup reviewer, this puts me in a very conflicted situation because I don't agree with a lot of the things that these brands are doing. And what happens is we end up with a snowball effect. So like, for example, when Laura Lee got into all the trouble that she got into. If you don't know what happened with Laura Lee, I'm not gonna get into it today, but there's a bunch of things that happened with her. I had comments in my comment section, well, you've canceled Jeffree Star, shouldn't you be canceling Laura Lee as well? And things can snowball like that. So for example, like we can talk about, you know, cruelty-free cosmetics. We can talk about the mica mines where there's child labor. We can talk about working conditions in China. We can talk about all of these other things that may make you wanna cancel a brand. And then if we want to go even further than that, what am I eating? What are some of the brands that I support? You know, if I eat a bowl of Kellogg's cereal, if I buy sour cream from a certain company, you know what I mean? Like if I'm holding myself to this standard with cosmetics, shouldn't I be holding myself to this standard with my clothing? I shouldn't be buying really inexpensive clothing from factories. I shouldn't be buying certain food products. I mean, it snowballs into this thing where, like, when does it stop? When does it end? Do I agree with what these people are doing? Absolutely not. But I can't grow all of my own food, and I can't make my own makeup. And it's overwhelming. It's absolutely overwhelming when you break it down like that and see that snowball continue to develop. All right, Tarte Shape Tape, here it comes. being somebody that is I feel like I'm very socially in tune with, human rights and things like that. And I know a lot of you are as well. So when a company specifically does something that I feel is hurting a group of people, that's something that I feel really strongly about. There's a large portion of people that just want to know whether the makeup is good or not. And I need to take all of that into consideration when I'm choosing to review a makeup product. All right, let's do the brows. Brows need to be done. This is the Unique Mood Struck Precision Brow Liner. So this is what I'm going to do. At least this is my plan as of now. I want to just review makeup, honestly. And this color is way too light on me, but we're just going to go with it. I just want to review makeup when it comes down to it. I want to tell you all of the things you need to know about products in order to decide whether you want to buy it or not. My major job, my major mission for this YouTube channel isn't to tell you about all of the controversies that are happening now, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to mouth off occasionally about a brand and that I'm not happy with their decisions, because I will mouth off, because I know myself and I don't want to hold back who I am because I'm afraid. I want to show you who I am, regardless of whether I would get backlash for my opinion or not, because I want you to know me as who I am. And like me or don't like me, that's up to you. So that means that I might be reviewing products from a brand that I strongly disagree with what the owners of the brand or choices that the brand themselves have made. I may review products on the channel for that, but just know, I really want you to know that if I review a brand on the channel, that doesn't mean that I support everything that brand has done. I'm telling you right now, it does not mean that. All it means is that I want to give you information about a makeup product, because a lot of people like to twist it. A lot of people like to twist it, and I don't want it to be twisted. And I know people are going to twist in the future, and then I'll just be able to link this video and show them. And now we're going to be talking about the Laura Lee Nudie Patootie palette. And I've got 4 eyeshadow palettes to use because I don't own a lot from some of these brands. So it's gonna be interesting how I'm gonna be able to create a look using all 4 of these palettes. So if you wanna see like what I actually think about some of these brands and you happen to be on Twitter, make sure you're following me over there, because that's usually where I mouth off. And sometimes I'll mouth off in videos, and I still plan on doing that. But what I'm trying to tell you is that I don't wanna limit what I'm reviewing just because of the choices the brand has made. If you wanna boycott a brand, if you feel like something is a deal breaker for you, I strongly encourage you to do what you feel is right. Some of these issues that people are canceling brands for are very important issues. They are issues that are a problem, and I don't want to minimize the importance of these issues, but I think it's important to let people make their own choices on what they want to do, what they want to believe, and not push our opinions on each other. I think that's really, really important. And I think we're in a time in our society where everyone has an opinion and everyone believes that everybody should feel the exact same way that they do. And that's just not realistic. All right, you knew it was coming. Here's the Beauty Killer palette by Jeffree Star. And this is the thing too that I think is really important that I don't think that a lot of people think about, is that the brands that are being canceled are only the ones that are being caught. Think about if Kat Von D hadn't made that Instagram post about being anti-vaccine. If she hadn't made that post, nobody would know. And people that are pro-vaccine would still be buying her products. But because she made that Instagram post, that's why she's being canceled for that particular stance. Speaking of controversial brand owners, we're dipping into the Lime Crime Pocket Candy blue palette thing. Because I review a product, that does not mean, like I said earlier, that does not mean I support every decision that that brand has made. It just means I want to give you information so you can decide whether you want to purchase it or not. And if you've already canceled the brand, then what I have to say about product performance isn't even going to make a difference anyway. But allow that information to be presented to people who do care, who are interested in possibly purchasing the product. There are billions of dollars being spent on makeup, and we can't expect everybody to have the exact same point of view on every single brand as we feel personally in our hearts. So that was really what I wanted to say to you, but I've got 4 products left to put on, so I'm just gonna put those on really quick.
nigga. She say she love me, but she don't. Playing my heart just like a repeat of a song. Tried to make it work, but I'm already gone. Told her, it's hard to say it, but it's true. Hard to find the words that I'm supposed to say to you. It's time to pack your bags, girl, cause I'm moving on. I said it, she know that I meant it. I gave her all my money, and now that she spent it, she already talking like she moving on. Oh girl, I promise it has to be gone, 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 gone. Okay, I promise it has to be gone, 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 gone. Hey, because you left me with a broken heart. Tried to patch it up, but it's just so hard to stop. Promise you'll be gone, 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 gone.
Check it, I say love her when I do, but she bit my helping hand. What could I do? Sorry doesn't work.
So this is my truth video. Keeping it 100. Just kidding. This is just what I wanted to share with you. I feel like this topic is important, and I feel like when we're afraid to talk about things, then that's when we, like I said in the beginning, when we have miscommunication. And that's why I wanted to communicate to you where I'm at. Now it's your turn to communicate where you're at. I would love to know your thoughts down in the comments below. However you want to sound off, feel free. Those comments are yours. And mad love to you, and I will see you in a video very, very soon. Bye.